we are sitting in one big happy accident, I would say. So everything started in my garage at home. I'm a big golf junkie, keeping all kind of gear, buying stuff online, especially from the US, and actually trying to create a different business, a mystery box for junkies like me. But when my house started looking more like a pizza place, my wife asked me to actually take everything away and find another place for it. So that just came to be looking for a place. And if you have a golf studio or like a golf shop in some kind, you would like to have a Trackman simulator. So yeah, one thing led to another. I needed to start investigating how to actually finance this simulator. And that became the road we're on today. So RUFF is a big happy accident from that. I was out looking for 2-3 simulator facility, like, I don't know, like 300 square meters, 200 square meters. And I was out looking for different facilities, meeting different landlords. Coming into this facility that we are sitting in today, this old like Vivery, it's from 1849, something like that. And just coming into this facility, like nothing in here, just like instantly, like this is it. This is what we've been looking for. In Gävle, this is a very, like, I would say a famous place. People know what the Vivery is. The big issue was it was 792 square meters, which is way too big to have 1, 2, 3 simulators. So like coming into this type of environment with the pillars, the floors, the ceilings, everything, this is actually where the name RUFF or RUFF comes from, because it's on the side of the course, but it's also the texture. So you have the rough surface. So wherever you go in Europe to see our facilities, you have the same DNA running through all the facilities. So I would say the inspiration to the whole brand actually comes from this place, the Vivery. So the first time I actually came in touch with the Trackman unit is, I would say, 20 years ago on a training camp in Spain. And like just having something telling you how far the ball was going and like club data was like pure magic. So like I would say since that day, and also being somewhat of a nerd, it's been Trackman from day one. So when it came to actually getting the one first simulator, Trackman was the only choice. And then building on that was fairly easy. Trackman is the golden standard when it comes to tracking a ball, and especially when it comes to playing indoors and competing indoors. But I think as an entertainment venue, it is giving us a big benefit of having different games, not only being able to do course play, but also the Trackman app. So people can actually like track their progress, they can see their handicaps, they can compete and all of that. So that gives us a big edge when it comes to reoccurring customers. So we see the retention levels that we are having on customers. We see that people are coming more and more often. And even when the golf courses are open and you have full summer, people want to come in, they want to check their numbers because they are used to it. They spent the entire winter with numbers, so they want to have them in the summer as well. So for us, it's super important to have a system and a partner like Trackman where everything just functions. Like we don't come here in the morning, press the start button and hope it's gonna work. We know it's gonna work. And if something were to happen, we have the Trackman support line. So we don't experience downtime, we don't need to worry at all about focusing on the tech part. We can focus on what actually makes us the best indoor facility and not being a tech company, because that's not what we are. We are full experience company. The vision by doing this whole venture and creating this first place was actually to create like a modern clubhouse. So it's actually, it's on the cap as well. But yeah, we wanted to create a place where everybody could come in, either if you were like a golf professional, or if you didn't even want to play golf. You should just be able to come in and hang. And maybe after a few times you would actually enter into a simulator and get bitten by the golf bug like the rest of us. When it comes to the non-golfers, they want to come in and have a good time. They want to try the games, have food, watch some sports, do some shuffleboard. But I would say that the season of indoor is not only a winter sport. It's becoming a full year type of activity. So getting started with the franchise venture actually came very fast. And when rumors starting to spread that we were doing something not very common in this place in Gävle, the word started to travel, and we actually got inquiries after like a month asking for, hey, can we please join the concept? And that was actually what drove us to find a franchise company that could help us do this on a bigger scale and do it professionally. Everything comes down to local heroes. You need to have your guy or girl on site, working the hours, knowing the market, knowing their customers, and actually putting in those extra efforts on creating like this tremendous value in customer experience. So we need to have local people running all the sites. So we want to be able to run our sites and facilities even in smaller towns. Super important for us. The other thing is scalability. So you can open up a roof site on 300 square meters, meaning you have your simulators, you have your bar, you have the modern clubhouse, but you can also open up in 1,500 square meters with the miniature golf, with an even bigger bar, with more simulators. So we are something for everybody, and we will be there in Europe, even if it's München or Frankfurt or Amsterdam. We will be there, but we will also be in the small cities like Gävle, where we are now. Fueling this growth that we are on to now, going really strong in Sweden, but also in the DACH region and the Netherlands, is we have a very strong concept. People know what we are and what we're standing for, and also that we have really good accessibility. So it's easy to set up a facility like RUFF even in smaller towns. So if we look on where we would like to go next, obviously we are looking at some key countries as Belgium and France coming up closely. But I would say that we would like to have a presence in all the European countries, because there's so many ways that we could reinvent the golf experience, that there is a place for RUFF in all those countries. When people are thinking of RUFF, I want them to see obviously a cool brand, the interior design, the entertainment aspect of it. Most of all, we want them to see accessibility. We want them to feel that the barriers are down. It's not a country club. You don't need to have an expensive membership. You don't need to know anything about golf. If you just want to come and hang, we are so happy to have you here. In 10 years, I hope that you as a customer of RUFF, you should expect to have us as a close ally in everything that is golf. So it could be everything from the simulator area that we are doing right now, into the mini golf that we are doing, into ranges, travel, competitions, events, education. The big vision, obviously, is to be the biggest golf brand in Europe, and I feel strange when saying that, but that's what we want to become. We're going to reinvent the golf experience. My hope is that you would run into RUFF as a brand if you're a golfer in Europe. So even if we are not present in your town, you should be able to feel the community somehow. Even if it's on YouTube, if it's online tournaments, if it's a web shop, we want to be where the customers are. And we want to be changing golf. That's the entire purpose.